My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we are asking about your person's thoughts of you today. So we're gonna look at what are they thinking about, what are the emotions that are driving these thoughts or underlying these thoughts, what might be happening in their life that might be influencing their perception of you, that kind of thing. And in extended, we will do the same thing for the karmic relationship. Okay. All right. So let us begin. Don't forget, guys. Tonight is the um International Certificate in Spiritual Recalibration Therapy for animals and plants, the other beings that may share our space with us. I'm going to be teaching how to clear these beings as part of your usual spiritual hygiene. Okay. You can enroll in this class up until 6 p.m. today. After that, it will be closed off. Okay. All right. So I'll put a link down below for that. All right. What we have here, we have someone soon. So someone soon is about to receive some kind of truth that will start a new beginning or will open some sort of new door here. Okay, it's a card number 43, which reduces to 7, and 7 is moving forward. It is a chariot. What is this? The lonely journey of the priestess. And it's a card number 8, another card of moving forward. But sometimes this can talk about how lonely it could be when we are on, our destined path, or we are on our path of truth. And it says here of the priestess. So, sometimes it can be lonely to be upon the priestess's path, the path of following your intuition, disconnecting from the programs of the world, people will call it the matrix, the programs, the beliefs of the world, and finding your own truth. So it feels like this is the energy of a person right now. I feel like they're in seclusion. For some of you, they may have even ghosted you. But it looks like you're going to hear from them pretty soon. Okay, right now they're feeling kind of emotional about you, but they feel like they have to do this, right? They have to figure out what their truth is. Because it feels like up till now, they've been living other people's truth, whether it's society's truth, their family's truth, their friends' truth, right? Living their life, according to other people's beliefs. So it feels like, there's this jailbreaking process where they're breaking away from the things that they were told they needed to do and following and discovering their own truth and their own path. All right, let's see. Let's get a significate of your person's energy. Generally, I love this Iris Oracle. It's just beautiful. And we have the sheep who wandered and found a different shepherd. So this is what I'm getting. I'm getting that your person is experiencing a big shift in their ideologies. And it feels like it's not just their ideas about life, but definitely their ideas about what they believe spiritually. Right? And nobody knows what's happening spiritually. Everybody has beliefs. They have their downloads. They have the different things that have been channeled, but the knowingness of it all, nobody knows. So everybody has to, see what resonates with their being and with their heart. And it feels like this is what your person is going to do. They're empowering themselves. They're no longer running their life on autopilot, just accepting things as they are. They're questioning everything. And if it doesn't resonate with what they are getting inside in their external compass, they're just going to discard that. I see here there's a spirit guide that's here that's guiding them as well. But this is also like a symbol of purity. So it is like this new paradigm shift for your person. Let's see the energy towards you. I think I used the wrong decks. I was meant to use it the other way around, but we just have to trust that everything happens as it should in it. Okay, so the energy towards you. and we have finding sanctuary. It says opening to your spiritual source. So I feel like you have been the catalyst for this awakening, for this discovery, this kind of inquisition that they're having here with the universe, with the world, maybe within their own circles, right? This might have been someone, as I said before, running their life on autopilot, and then suddenly, they are questioning everything that we've always taken for granted to be true, right? Or or to be trite knowledge, right? So I'm also getting as well that they're learning to trust themselves. I think that they're learning to take care of themselves, and I really get that as well, that this is someone who might be exploring spirituality, spiritual realms, that kind of thing, and really opening up to spirit, and accepting the guidance that seems to be coming through for them at this time, because spirit is leading them to a sanctuary, and that sanctuary is within themselves. I think maybe this may maybe someone who's never quite felt at home, and perhaps like physically, like it could be literally, maybe they have never had a home. Maybe they've bounced around in foster care, or had a very dynamic family, a kind of nomadic kind of life, right? And they've always been searching for this place to call home, but now spirit is letting this person realize that home was always inside of you in the first place. Wherever you are is home, right? So instead of seeking that home and that sense of belonging from other people, you know they just, once they're okay with them, it's fine. It's fine. All right, the energy towards you. We have begin now, and it says take your first step. So they feel like it's a long road to get to where you're at, right? You're somewhere here where the sun is shining, and it's a long road, but they've packed enough provisions to take that trip. And it feels like they expect that it is going to be challenging, but they expect that this trip is going to be worthwhile. And there's a fool's energy that's coming through with that, the kind of knapsack, and then also the staff that's in this person's hand. So it feels like this is them making their way back. And I think it's a message that came through a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I'm talking about, having come full circle. So this is the energy. Having wandered off, because even in this card, they've wandered off. They had to wander off and find themselves. And sometimes when you find yourself, you end up exactly right back where you started, right? And it feels like this is exactly what's going on. So they might have had to go off on this journey without you. But it feels like they're coming full circle and taking another look at this relationship with different eyes. That's what it seems like. All right. Now let's ask Spirit, like directly, what are they thinking about you and this connection at this time? So maybe you guys may have even been in separation, or maybe still in separation. But Spirit saying this wandering off that they had to do, whatever this detour was, whether it was with somebody else or just on their lonesome, it's a necessary trip that they had to make. So they took the scenic route, but it looks like they've doubled back around. And they're in the Knight of Wands in reverse. So no longer vacillating and being in and out and hot and cold, and being one of those straddlers, right? I think they've made up their mind as to what they want, who they want to be, and perhaps even who they want to be with. All right, what are they thinking about with regard to you and this connection? And when I see the Knight of Wands in reverse, I was thinking, it's the end of fuckboy era, or fuckgirl era, or fuckday era, right? We have the Star card in reverse. So what are they thinking? So a little bit of hopelessness coming through with that card there, and it's supported by the Five of Cups. And look, there's someone here who's had an amputation, and the same person trying to drown their sorrows, and the same person can't even hide what their feelings, their heart is on the outside of their body. So it looks like even the people around them know that this person is feeling down and out, right? It's not something that they can hide anymore, and it's not something that they can numb out from, right? Even the moon is crying, right? So it's something that they can no longer hide from the people around them. They feel like they've lost an integral part of themselves. All right, so this is the energy of depression, and all this energy is now reinforced with the Ten of Swords in reverse, and that talks about languishing in pain, right? It's a pain that seems like it never ends, like a pathological kind of grief, right? We feel it very deeply and for a very prolonged period of time. You know, where you might be like immobilized or feel stuck. Because there's no timeline on grief. But if it is preventing you from moving forward with your life, if it's preventing you from being functional for a long period of time, right? If it's having a massive impact on your health for an extended period of time, then this is something that needs a professional intervention. And it feels like this is where your person is at right now. The grief is deep, and it seems to be, quite extensive, and it is influencing some of the decisions that they're making with regard to dysfunctional habits right now. But this is in sharp contrast to this very spiritual energy that we have here. So this spiritual energy combined with this grief energy and the depression energy, it feels like a dark night of the soul. Because that's the only time you see those two big combinations of grief and awakening. And then we also have the sun, okay, which is so like sun after the rain here, right? All right, so what are their thoughts of you? Well, it's thoughts of you that actually get them out of bed, it looks like, right? Because this is quite a bit of depression here, right? But in the midst of it, thinking about you, thinking about your connection, and it seems like, the memories of you guys are locked deeply away in their heart space, right? It feels like this is their pick-me-up to get them through the days and the nights, right? But this is someone who they don't feel very motivated. And I'm not going to say that. Let's not put that out there. But this looks like someone that needs an intervention here. Whether a professional one or spiritual one or combination. All right. But this is someone who really feeling the hurt. And this was supposed to be their headspace, and their headspace is incredibly emotional, right? And we're accustomed to seeing it very, very rational, but even their headspace seems swamped by the emotions that they're feeling. But let's go into the heart space though. What are the emotions that are precipitating these thoughts here? So to recap, what are they thinking? That they've lost you. They're thinking that the situation is hopeless. They're thinking that you've gone for good. And you've gone for good now that they realize just how integral you are to their life. They're thinking about the good times and how happy you made them feel, right? Let's see the emotions that are driving these thoughts. We have trustworthy. So it is someone who trusts you, who regards you as a friend. They regard you as someone dependable in their life. We have self-sabotaging, right? So all these thoughts they have here might not even be rooted in reality, right? This is them basically gaslighting themselves at this time. What's this? We have happy. This person's totally conflicted. We have hope. So headspace is hopeless. Heart is hopeful. Well, happy, we do get glimpses of that. And then we have the self-sabotage there. And then we have this energy of guilt coming through. All right. Let's clarify these. Spirit, tell us about this energy of self-sabotage, right? Two of Swords in reverse, and that goes to the Ace of Swords. And the reason why they're sabotaging themselves right now is because now that they're seeing things clearly, both the present time and the previous timelines that you guys have had, and they're seeing how they function there, and the impact of what they did. They think it would be a miracle for them to make a comeback into your life, because they know if it was them, they would find it very difficult to forgive them, right? So there's no way viewer is going to let me back in their life. No way. Don't even think about it. Why bother? Why bother? They're gone. Why bother? It's hopeless. They've gone. They've released me. And then we have the energy of happy. And we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Why would that make them happy though? Ten of Pentacles in reverse could talk about the loss of a legacy. Six of Swords in reverse can talk about hurt and pain. Ten of Pentacles in reverse can talk about a breakup. Six of Swords in reverse can talk about feeling stuck. Why would they be happy about that? Okay. So, I've seen it now, Ace of Pentacles. All right. So, there are a lot of moving parts in your person's life right now. And it may be related to work. It could be related to another relationship. And it feels like they're not just trying to process the hurt and pain from you guys' well, it could be a separation, separation, or you guys are seeing eye to eye at this point in time. That's not the only thing that's going on. It feels like there's been some big fallout in their family, and a lot of hurt feelings on both sides. It looks like your person called out some kind of toxic behavior here, and there was this big blow up. Now, whilst they aren't too happy with the big blow up and the decimation that's happened there, they are happy that they're being granted a new beginning, a do-over, an opportunity for a do-over. So this is what's making them feel happy here, right? So a lot of things might be falling apart in their life, but it feels like there's something new that is being created out of all this destruction. There's something new that's grounding out of all this destruction. And it's giving them hope that they can make their way back to you. We have a Six of Cups in reverse, which is a karmic soulmate. You can talk about dysfunctional family. And then the Two of Cups. So it feels like, and they're taking charge of this. I really do think it could be either a relationship in their life or their family of origin that's been kind of dysfunctional, and it feels like they're setting order to all of that in order to make way for your connection. It feels like their truths being spoken, and this is really just kind of causing a big uproar in your person's immediate circle. Now, your person's also feeling guilty. Why? We have the Page of Pentacles because they see now that you were always just trying to be their friend, trying to be there for them. I think maybe your person has trust issues. I'm looking at the fox there. Even though he's allowing this woman to touch him and pet him, there's always this air of suspicion, right? But your person's realizing now that there was never anything suspicious about you. You always had good intentions, and it was their mind projecting as per usual. Now let's ask Spirit outright. What else is happening in their life that might be influencing their opinion or perception of you at this time? Just give me. I see the deck that I want to use. Sorry. Yeah, I wasn't sure which deck I want to use, but I'll use Symbolon. Symbolon. All right, so let's see what else is happening in their life that might be influencing their perception of you at this time. And we have the Fool's energy, the leap of faith here, right? So we got it here in the beginning, and now we're getting it again. Okay, what else is happening in their life that's influencing their perception of you? All right, so as I told you, truth's being spoken, somebody confessing. And this is not any kind of, light. This is not a light conversation, okay? This is some heavy truths that are being spoken. Here, I think we can pull cards on that, right? Things that they've held very close to their chest. I'm also getting some kind of strategic game being played by a person right now because they have an idea. We also have the energy of a choice being made here. Whether it's in a job or in love. And then we have, boom, the Emperor, right? So what's influencing their perception of you? What's influencing their perception of you is that they know who they are, right? They know they're the Emperor, not just the Emperor with regard to you, but they also know their value and they're taking charge of their life. They're no longer being a passive bystander in their life. And because they're no longer being a passive bystander in their life, they're getting all their ducks in a row, right? They have a plan. They have a plan, okay? And it has to be played very strategically because it feels like it may have a lot more people involved than you might be aware, okay? Now, the hardest part of this plan that they have executed, because I feel like this is something that they're executing right now, is the confessions that they have to make. And perhaps it's confessions they have to make to you. Perhaps it's confessions that they have to make to other people. But whatever it is, it looks like heavy stuff. Let's pull a card on this card, okay, and on this card, and let's see what's going on. Spirit, please clarify the confession. What's being confessed here? I see somebody here making a sacrifice. So maybe in the past, your person may have sacrificed this connection for what they thought was the greater good. And it feels like all of that is coming out. It also looks like somebody betrayed someone, and there's also some kind of history of severe child abuse or child neglect that somebody is getting a confrontation on at this time. Somebody may have also done something energetically that was unethical, and that is also being unearthed, and somebody's being confronted on that right now. So it's like it's like revelations all around, and possibly not just from your person, but from all kinds of people. Everybody's talking. Let's see this energy of the choice, right? Your person ready for something new here. They're cracking out of their shell, getting out of their shell, and maybe they're getting out, whether it's out and dating other people, exploring their choices, or there might have been some place where they felt frozen and stuck, like we see it's iced over here, and they're entering into some kind of land that's a little bit more fertile and a little bit more emotional. We see the water here. Okay, so this is a big change of environment. It may even be that your person might even be moving, like physically moving, right? Not just shifting their perspective, but also shifting accommodation as well, right? But they're moving from a place of stagnancy into a place where they feel like they're going to be more abundant, and they can move forward and be more mobile in life. Okay, so in the extended, I'm going to look at the karmic connection and their thoughts about that connection today. But before I go, let's look at what Spirit's advice for you at this time. And we have the Chinese dragon, protection. So Spirit just wants you to know that whatever is about to happen, you are protected, whether it is being physically protected by a person or other people that might be in the mix, or protected energetically by whether it's mythical beings, ancestors, source energy. You are being protected right now as your person goes through this transformation. And then we have here Merlin, the magician. So your person is manifesting a new beginning and they're doing something different, but it feels like they're also asking you to use your wisdom and higher guidance to manifest something different too. All right, let me read what's the write-up here. Let's see this Merlin energy. The legendary Merlin, the wizard, the sorcerer, and the magician, is one of the most fascinating figures in Welsh literature and Arthurian legend. Merlin was a man of mystery and magic. Contradiction and controversy surrounded his life. He appeared to be an old wise man, giving his wisdom to 4 successive British kings. He was known as the wild man of the woods, during which time he learned to talk to animals. Merlin was reputed to be a mystical druid, a Celtic priest, a man who possessed the knowledge and secrets of the ancients, and he was especially revered as a great prophet. But he also possessed human qualities that led to his eventual downfall. So the meaning of this card is, the fact that we are, after all, only human is a message that can be derived from Merlin. Being the best we can be, following our hearts, and forgiving all stumbles along the way is the key to peace of mind and tranquility. And it says, I call on Merlin's wisdom now. Being kind to myself I must allow. I am not perfect and never will be, but I accept the missteps, and that is key. So there's a message of self-forgiveness. Self-forgiveness and recognizing that, we are here doing exactly what we're meant to do. And we are meant to learn. And we're meant to learn by experience. And sometimes those experiences include fucking up. Making mistakes. Right? It's the only way that we're going to learn. You can absorb and inhale all the knowledge from books, but until you go through a particular experience, you don't really know it, do you? Right? You have all the theory, but until you go through it, you really don't understand, and you really don't know. Right? So Spirit is letting you know you're doing exactly what you're here to do, and recognize that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So there's no need to pressure yourself to be superhuman. Right now you need to feel all the feels and recognize that everything happens, is happening, and happened as it should have. All right, my love. So that was your reading. If this resonated with you, join me in extended, and we'll go a little deeper. This time we'll go into the karmic relationship or the third party. All right. I love you guys. Take care.